Dexville Railway, video 1 in the new series of Building a Railway with Gary. I need a catchier tagline than that. Building a Railway with Gary. No. Let's get straight to it and dive right in the deep end with both feet and your hands tied behind your back and plough on, eh? I recently had my layout in the shed in the garden, and then we decided that we were going to move. Long story short, the house sale fell through 3 times. The pandemic, the girls were moving school, we got them all sorted. We decided to stay where we were, but the bonus of all of the chaos was I'd emptied the loft out. It was completely empty, ready to go. We had a moving date, so it was good. So, unpacked everything. I didn't put everything back in the loft. I decided that take advantage of the big loft. At the big loft space, we've got a moderate loft space. It's ex-council house, built in the 50s. Couple of roof trusses to navigate, but much better than these modern builds when you kind of get, well, you can't swing a cat really. It gives us lots of space for a couple of double loops running. So anyway, back to what I was saying, on track. Yeah, I do this. I wander off and talk about random things. But I will come back and finish about what I'm talking about. So we started building in the loft, brand new railway. So this is the first video of hopefully many. Document the progress. As you can see, I've already put the boards in. I've already put some underlay down. I've started putting track down of a 91, which I recently purchased off Fleabay. I haven't even tested it. I've had it since before Christmas. In all honesty, I gave up on waiting for Hornby's Class 91s to come out. Before the pandemic, I very nearly pre-ordered the Durham Cathedral Class 91. Pleased I didn't, because we're still waiting as of 21st of February 2022. So I bought a couple of second-hand ones on eBay. I'll convert them to DCC and respray them into the livery that I want. That's going to be a challenge for a day, but I like that sort of stuff, so stay tuned. I'm sure I'll do a video on it. As you can tell, this is my first video. I spoke to Charlie Bishop at Chadwick for some advice on how to get started. Basically, he said, document everything, put the best bits out there. So I will. So the layout, the biggest focal point is going to be the junction and station area. So just down here, just off camera, I'll pan it around in a minute and show you. I'm going to have a big sort of junction. The layout is going to have 2 raised loops that double back on themselves. So essentially they will, in the other direction, they will go out, up an incline, and then loop back round on themselves on this side, go all the way around the loft to the other side, loop back on themselves, come back down an incline, then run onto this lower section, under the first raised loop, all the way around the loft, back to the junction, and complete its full circuit. So one trip will do 4 times round the loft, 4 journeys round the loft before it gets back to where it started. At the top of each curve on the race section, there'll be a turnout, so there can just be a loop on the race section for just tail chasing. That's the plan anyway. On paper it works. On Tracks editor, which I've attempted to use on the internet, it all fits and lines up. Obviously we can't test for short circuits and reverse loops and things. I am going DCC, so watch this space. I do enjoy electronics and microcontrollers, so there will be a lot of automation in the layout, utilising Arduinos. During the first lockdown, I made an automated signal crossing, which is also addressable, DCC addressable, so you could manually control it via your controller, or it would literally just sit there and wait for the trains to pass. Halfway up the line there was an infrared detector. It would trigger the barriers and the lights, and then once the infrared detector at the other end of the signal had detected the last carriage leave, it would then open the batteries and turn the lights off, all using servos and just LEDs. So that'll feature somewhere in the layout. Yeah. Again, first video, I don't really have much to talk about. But there we go. We're coming up with 6 minutes, so if you're still watching, thank you. If you're not, then doesn't matter. It's alright. Come back when I've got some more content. At this point, I should probably go, there's a video up there or up there to watch, but I haven't got anything, so hey, there's a link to Everard Junction. There's a link to Charlie Bishop. Why not? So I watch most of the... and if we can do another one about here, Richard Watson, New Junction, which is incidentally his old layout is my era, which is quite nice. And I'm hoping to... Oh yes, if you're watching Richard, I'm hoping to get up to Glasgow next week, and I'll pop in and see you. I'm going to Bullens because it's half term, so I'll be driving up from there. Anyway, I digress. I'm wandering. I'm going off on a thing again. Subscribe, like, hit the bell, ding, all that business. But hey, what have I got in this video to encourage you to come back, apart from my ramblings and chaos? Yeah, I'm interested to see how it's going to pan out. Hopefully you will as well. On that note, I am going to wrap up and say ta-ra, because I also have kitchen fitters coming today and the house is a mess. So stay safe, keep modelling and enjoy the hobby.